If you've ever thought about joining Voices.com but don't know where to start, this video will walk you through exactly how to set up your account and profile the right way, step by step. Hi there, my name is Amy. I'm a more than 15-year veteran of the voice acting industry, and I created this channel to help voice actors and speaking professionals unlock their performance potential. Now, this video is part of a new series I'm creating on how to use Voices.com, which is basically the biggest online marketplace there is for voice actors. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to show you how to create an account and build your profile, which is today's video, how to audition for jobs effectively, how to post projects on your Voices.com profile to attract clients, how to manage jobs and clients once you've started booking them, and some pro tips and strategies to get the most out of Voices.com. Now, I will say, I am not an affiliate of Voices.com. This is not a paid promotion. I am a member of Voices.com. And so I thought I would take you behind the scenes to basically show you how to get the most out of this platform should you choose to use it. So make sure that you hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos coming up in this series. Okay, let's dive right in. First, you're going to want to set up an account at Voices.com. This is free to do. So you're going to go to the Voices.com homepage, which you see right here, and you're going to click the Sign Up button in the upper right-hand corner. This is where you're going to enter your name and your email, and you want to be sure that you're going to select Find Work as a Talent. You're not looking to hire a voice actor. You are a voice actor that you would like to find work as a voice talent. Then you're going to check off this promotional box and hit Sign Up Now. They'll send you a confirmation email to verify your email address. Pretty straightforward, and then you'll be on your way. Once you complete that verification, they're going to take you to this page where they're asking you to tell them about your voice. They want to be able to match your voice to the right projects. So you're going to select the languages that you can fluently speak in. I'm going to select English. Select your native language. So maybe you speak 3 or 4 different languages, but which one is your native language? Again, I'm going to select English. They're going to ask you to list any accents that you can authentically perform in. Here I am going to put British General, and I'm also going to put North American General, and I'm going to also say North American New York, New Jersey. And I'm going to say North American U.S. South. Because I can do a Southern accent, I can do a New York, New Jersey accent as well, and a British accent. Your voice gender is simply the gender in which your voiceover jobs should be in. So I'm going to select female. Now, your voice age is not your age. It is the age in which your voice can sound. There are plenty of adults who are 50, 60, 70 years old who can do a childlike voice that sounds like they're 7 years old, in which they would indicate 5 to 12. Or teen, 13 to 17. What is the age that your voice can and does sound like? I'm going to select middle-aged and young adult. You decide what is the best level of voice age for you. And an optional question is, are you qualified to do union work? So this means, are you a member of SAG-AFTRA, the voice actors union? If you are, be sure you select yes so that you get union jobs. Otherwise, you'll hit no. You'll select next. So next, you're going to see this screen that says, let's hear your voice. Your voice sample will only be used to assess your native language. Don't worry, we'll never use your voice for AI training without your consent. And so they're going to ask you to allow for your microphone to be accessed. You're going to click this microphone right here. You're going to read this sample script into your microphone. and then they're going to assess it to make sure that your native language is what you've said it is. Then they're going to ask you to complete your profile by providing your mailing address and phone number, as well as whether or not you have a different billing address from your mailing address. Once you've done that, they say, we're excited to get you earning on Voices. Here's the steps on how it works. They're going to match you with jobs. You're going to submit an audition. You're going to complete the job once you get hired, and then you get paid. And so we're going to click Get Started. And finally, here we are. Here is your home dashboard on voices.com. There will be a welcome for you. This will be a place where if you have jobs available to audition, you'll start to see those here. You can see already, just based off that basic information I had given them, that there's 192. This is going to give you a look at how many of your auditions have been shortlisted by a client. That means that they listened to it and they tagged it as one that they really liked. We'll get to more of that in our next video, which is about the audition process. And if voiceover business tips like this are helpful to you, be sure to join my weekly Mastering the Microphone newsletter. It's a weekly dose of voiceover tips, tricks, and challenges. The link is down in the description, and it is completely free. I invite you to join us. Up here at the top where it says Me, we're going to click on Edit Profile. Okay, so this is the back end of your profile. This is not what your profile looks like publicly. When you want to see what your profile looks like publicly, you're just going to click this View Profile, and it will show you what it actually looks like live. So you'll see that your name is here, and I have this as AJ Sample because this is just a sample account that I have set up for this purpose. I'm going to delete it once we're done here, but your name will appear here, which also you will see becomes your handle. If once you start booking jobs and completing jobs and getting reviews, it's going to also tell you how many reviews you have with a hot link to be able to go directly to your reviews page to read your reviews. The first thing you want to do is be sure to add a profile picture. The old way of doing things, even back when I first started on voices.com, which was, my goodness, more than 15 years ago, the thinking back then many times was to not put a headshot of yourself. Instead, put your business logo or something like that there, because the thinking at that time was when you have a photograph of yourself, people look at your photograph and they automatically get their own idea of what your voice probably sounds like or should sound like based off of what you look like. So in order to not have how you look distract the client or potential client from how you sound, the old thinking used to be put a logo up, and that way they don't know what you look like and they can just base their decision based off of how your audition sounds or how your demo sounds. These days, people want connection with a real human being. So now it is really recommended to put a nice headshot up here for this. And I do say headshot, not a cutesy fun selfie, but a clear professional headshot is what you should add. And it doesn't have to be professionally done. You could do this with your own cell phone as a selfie, but just put on a nice top or a blazer, get in some good lighting, have a neutral background that doesn't distract, and put your phone on a tripod or a desk stand and just take a nice, clear, professional looking headshot and make sure that you put that in there. Then you're going to go through and you can adjust your first and last name how you would like it to appear, but that is required to have both fields. Your username is also going to be used to create your profile links so that if you want to send people to your profile at voices.com, if you're doing social media marketing or a newsletter or emailing clients, you can send them to voices.com/profile/ whatever your handle is. Your displayed address is going to be if you want people to know the general region that you are located in. Some people go ahead and select city, country, and state or province. Now come back up to the top of your profile and we're going to go to the Overview tab. We're going to go to the About Me section. This is where you give a summary of your voiceover capabilities. You've got 1,500 characters here. And the idea is this is your marketing tool. You don't want it to be overly dense and wordy, but you don't want to skimp on this either. This is where you want a little bit of your personality to come through. Make it a short but compelling intro about who you are and what you offer. You can talk about any experience that you have, how much experience you have, genres or character voices or accents that you specialize in, a little bit about what sets you apart in terms of your studio setup or your turnaround time or how you can help potential clients. One tip here is to go to voices.com and search for talent who are like you, basically some of your competition, and look for the top talent in the same categories as you and take a peek at their About Me page on their profile to get an idea of the kinds of information they put out there. Next, you're going to head to categories. Now, categories allows you to select the relevant voiceover categories that you are suited for them to match you to. And so you see they automatically by default select everything. Animation, audiobooks, documentaries, e-learning, internal video, movie trailers, online ad, podcasting, radio ad, telephone, television ad, video narration, video games, voice assistant, and now there is a voice data category if you are also interested in providing voice data set information. Voice data sets is recording raw material that a company will then use to train an AI voice. If you're just starting out, you might want to leave all of these selected. Or if you know that there are certain areas that aren't your strong suit, and I'm going to say for me, I know that movie trailers, not my strong suit. It's just not something my voice is cut out for. So I'll deselect that because I don't need them to waste my time sending me auditions for movie trailer jobs when I know that 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to get selected for that. If there's anything else that you don't want, just deselect it. But this allows them to know, okay, these are the categories that you would like to audition for. Live directed session is going to be telling voices.com whether or not you will provide a live directed session. This means, if you're not familiar with it, it simply means that you use some sort of computer software system, some software program for the client to listen to you record at the same time that you record their job so that they can give you feedback and direct you live and in real time. If you do offer a live directed session, you want to say, yes, I do offer them, or no, I don't. You don't have to offer them, but you can say yes or no. And then you can select any or all of the different softwares that you have available for live directed sessions, whether it's Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, a phone call, FaceTime, Skype, or Source Connect. And then they want to know a little bit about your studio because sometimes clients want to know what kind of gear that you have. First of all, you want to specify your average turnaround time. Can you turn around a project in less than 24 hours typically, 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours, 3 to 5 days, 1 week? What is your typical turnaround time for an average job? That's what you want to put in there. Next, you're going to list the microphones you use to record. And they just want the make and model of the microphone that you use. In my case, I would put in here the Neumann TLM 103 because that is the microphone that I use. It is a terrific, kind of the gold standard for studios around the world, really. It's a classic. And I will there's a link if you'd like to check out the Neumann TLM 103 for yourself. There's a link for that down in the description as well. They also want to know your computer and software. So what type of computer do you use? What kind of processor is it? And what is your DAW, your digital audio workstation? Meaning, what is the software that you record your voice into and do your audio editing? Is it Audacity? Is it Adobe Audition? Or is it a different DAW, a different software? But they want to know your computer, your processor, and your DAW. And then any other special equipment that you use. If you want to talk a bit about the sound treatment and the room treatment that you use in your studio, your mixer or your preamp, any kind of other accessories or equipment that you use to help your sound professional. Now, past clients is where you have the opportunity to give yourself a little bit of cred, a little bit of credibility, and show that you do have experience, and you can talk about some of the clients that you have worked for. And this doesn't have to just be voices.com clients. This could be clients that you've worked with and done voiceover work anywhere. As long as you're not under a non-disclosure agreement in NDA, then go ahead, toot your own horn here and list some notable clients that you've worked for. Have you worked for Coca-Cola? Have you worked for the Hilton Hotels franchise? Have you worked and done commercials for Uber Eats? Maybe you've done work for the American Cancer Society. But it doesn't even have to be big global brands or big national names. I mean, it could be XYZ Plumbing down the street from you. But it shows some credibility. It shows that you have experience and that there are clients, some of which have recognizable names, who have hired you before. And that just goes to improve your overall standing when a potential client is looking at your profile. You can also drag these around if you want to list something if you want to list something right off the top of the list, then you can click and drag those as well. Now, here is one of the most important parts, is your demo. You need at least one audio demo on your profile in order for them to start voice matching you. So what you're going to do is you're going to click Save and Add Demo. And since they're going to take you away from this page, first they're saying, hey, you've made some changes to your profile. Do you want to go ahead and save those now? So yes, we want to save those changes. And then it's taking you to basically the third tab on your profile, which is your Demos tab. So upload a demo. At least one is required for them to be able to start voice matching you to potential job openings. So you're going to click Add a Demo. And this is where you get to do your own marketing for each demo that you upload. You're going to select the category that best describes this demo. So if you are doing a demo for that's best for commercials, well, then you're going to want to either say television ad or radio ad. We'll say radio ad for this. You are going to title it. Now, my suggestion here is that you don't upload just one demo. Upload at least 3 off the top. And you don't necessarily have to have a professionally done demo right off the bat. If you have a professional demo, great. Be sure to put, your commercial demo in, your narrative demo in, and any other demos that you might have. But be specific in your title and in your description. So your title is going to be, let's say, and we'll be descriptive. We'll say English radio ads and commercials. Then in the description, you can give a description of what the voice sound is that you are providing in that demo. This helps your searchability when clients are searching for talent. Be sure you put in keywords and things in here that will help you get noticed. Now, here's the thing. You're going to then select and upload your audio file with that demo, and then you're going to add some tags. What language is it in? Are there any accents that are involved that you want to add? You can add up to 3 of those. What styles are the demo? You can add up to 10 of these. Abrupt, aggressive, aloof, amusing, angry, casual, childlike, chipper, concerned, confident. How you can select up to 10 styles that demo really resonates with. Roles would be what kind of character or what kind of person are we listening to? Is it an alien? Is it an announcer? Is it an aristocrat? Is it a child? Is it an evil queen, if you're getting really specific? Is it a gnome? Is it a grandmother or grandfather? Is it a kid next door, or a mother, or a police officer, a rock star, a salesperson, a reporter? What kind of, and you can select up to 5 different roles. And finally, we'll say regular Joe. Finally, what voice age does this demo represent? And then you'll click Add Demo and it will be added. Now, because you can only select one category, let's say you have a commercial demo. Well, that commercial demo would be good for radio ads or television ads. So you can upload the same audio file demo more than once, do the whole thing for the radio ad, and then turn around and upload the same audio demo again, except make it a television ad category. This allows you to be more discoverable for clients who are looking for certain types of talent for certain types of projects. And so you're going to go through, you could just have your commercial and narrative, your narrative demos could be for audiobooks or documentaries or e-learning, that type of thing. My recommendation is that really build out your demos as much as you can. You saw all of those different roles that were available. So create, if you're good at character work, create 5, 6, 7, 8 different kinds of characters and record a short demo for each of those characters. And then upload each of those demos as animation or audiobooks or video games. If you do character work, you could upload the same characters into each of those categories. The same thing goes for, create a demo for a telephone system, for a voicemail assistant, so that you sound very much like someone who is the automated voice system for a company, and upload a demo for that. If you are good at documentaries or e-learning, do a couple of different sample scripts for that to create your demo. Later on the channel, we're going to have a video on different demos that you can create and how to do that, but really start to think about how you can best market your range of abilities and talents as a voice actor and put them on display with your demos. So once you have done those things, you'll be able to then go back to the first page and hit View Profile, and you'll get to see what your profile looks like to the public, where your headshot will be there, your portfolio, your about, any reviews that you get, how do I hire this person, who has hired me in the past. These are just samples, by the way. I'm not saying that I have been hired by these people. And this will be a place where someone can either send you a direct message to talk to you about your services, or just privately invite you to a job. Now, there's one other thing here that you do see that says statistics. Once you start auditioning, you can unlock statistics about your account for the life of your account. How many jobs you've auditioned for, how many times your auditions have been listened to by a client, how many times they've been shortlisted, how many times you've been hired, all of those kinds of really powerful analytics for you to look at. However, if you click on this now, you will get a pop-up that says, okay, you can gain all of these important insights with key statistics like your booking ratio, your response time, but you have to upgrade to premium to do that. And so that is kind of the catch-22. Everything that we've done here, we're going to go back to My Home, which is that initial dashboard we talked about. Everything that we've done so far has been free. and you can maintain your free account for as long as you'd like. However, to really unlock the benefits of voices.com, you will likely eventually want to upgrade to a paid membership. So here is what that looks like. And this is where they will tell you the difference between your free guest account, where you get to create your profile for free. You can upload unlimited amounts of demos. You can receive private invitations from clients who find your profile and would like to talk to you and invite you privately to jobs. And you automatically, if you get hired in that manner, you're protected by their Voices.com's secure payment system called SurePay. However, if you want to be voice matched and receive invitations to audition for jobs, if you want to get higher visibility in search results, if you want to get access to those statistics, if you want to eventually be eligible to be Voices.com verified, all of those things come with what they call their premium membership, which only comes in an annual option at $4.99 per year. And so maybe you want to just try things out with the free version for a while. But if you're going to really try to make any inroads on Voices.com, you will eventually need to make the investment for the annual premium membership. It's going to unlock a whole lot of additional benefits for you and features to the platform that really are the ways for you to get ahead and start to gain some momentum on the platform. The free membership is good to get started and just kind of learn your way around. But if you're going to start actually trying to get some real work on Voices.com, I would recommend the premium membership. It sounds like a lot, and I'm not denying that it is. $500 for a year is not a small amount of money. It's a decent chunk of change. Now, if you think about $500 for an annual membership, that is $41.67 per month. So think about it that way. For roughly $42 a month, would it be worthwhile for you to be able to be invited to and audition for an unlimited amount of voiceover jobs and try to get some traction and try to get a base of clientele built on Voices.com? If you think about, even if you get a base job that's maybe $100 or $150, well, let's say it's $100. Well, that $100 job is going to pay for 2 months worth of Voices.com's membership. In fact, you only have to get 5 of those $100 jobs to pay for an entire year's worth of membership for Voices.com. And that's kind of how I look at it. How once you start booking work, and it's not going to happen right out of the gate. I'm not saying that you're going to sign up for premium and in a week you're going to be booking jobs. I will be completely honest. It took me almost 10 months when I first started out years and years and years ago. It took me almost 10 months of auditioning, a ton of auditions every day before I finally booked my first job. I'm not saying it's going to take that long. It could take much shorter. It could take longer. It's different for every single person and the kind of effort that you put in and the kind of jobs that you audition for and things like that. But if you think that this would be a good investment for you and you look at it at $500 a year, well, how quickly do you think that you could earn your $500 back? That could be one $500 job. It could be, $3 $150 jobs. It could be 5 $100 jobs over the course of a year. So it can pay for itself once you get the ball rolling. Your first year might be a bit of a struggle. But again, this is a personal decision for you to make. I can't make that decision for you. I can't guarantee that you are going to ever be booked for a job if you sign up for Voices.com. I'm simply walking you through how to create your account and profile and the membership options that are available to you should you choose to go either road. One last thing that I'll walk you through here is just the other things on the tabs. So up here is going to be where you can look through your jobs, whether hiring is those that are available to be auditioned for, the ones that you have auditioned for, jobs that you have been awarded, jobs that you have completed, and jobs that you have archived. It also gets you to your payment tab, whether a deposit has been received because you've been awarded a job but it's not done yet, jobs that are currently processing payout, and jobs that have already been paid out. There is an internal messaging system between you and clients, and so you can see all of your messages in your inbox. Here, there is a help tab with all sorts of different, customer support, webinars, blogs, podcasts, resource library. There's lots of help there for you. But over here under me, when you click on account settings, under the notifications tab on account settings, you can tell Voices.com what kind of emails that you want to get. First off, do you want emails notifying you of jobs that have budgets under $100? Some people don't want to be bothered with jobs that are priced that low. Others who are just starting out and are open to any budget level, go ahead and click that so that you get more practice and more ability to audition for those types of jobs. Yes, you want notifications related to jobs that I've replied to or I've been awarded. This is a section I really like. I would like to receive job invitation notifications by email for public jobs with you determine the minimum budget. So if you would like to only know about jobs that have a minimum budget of, say, $100, then put that in there. They won't send you anything less than that. Or if you're at a stage with your Voices.com career that you don't want to be bothered with really low budget stuff, and you say, I don't want to know about anything that's less than $250 on the client budget, you can still audition for jobs that are less than $250 if that's what you select there, but you just won't get an email notifying you that that project is available to audition. You'd have to actually go to the website and look under jobs and jobs that are currently hiring to go search for those and audition for them if you want, but you won't be bothered with an email about it. And the same goes for private job invitations as well. So there you have it. That's the basics of creating your account and profile on Voices.com. Remember to keep your profile professional, upload a variety of demos, and update it regularly. Now, next week in this series, we're going to cover how to audition on Voices.com. What that process looks like, how to submit your best read, and how to try to stand out from hundreds of other talent competing for the same gig. Now, if you're just getting into the voice acting game and you want to start improving your home studio right away, check out one or all of these videos that I've got for you. One of them is on acoustic room treatment to make sure that your space sounds professional. One of them is on the 3 basic steps to start setting up your home recording studio. And another one is on the best microphones and gear worth buying for voiceover and podcasting. Check those out, and I'll see you next time.